Adilila, chapter 7, text 16. Ishwarero bhakto jeno jolita jolano. Ishwarero bhakto jeno jolita jolano. Jivero swarupa jaiche spulingero kono. Jivero swarupa jaiche spulingero kono. Jiva tattva shakti krishna tattva śaktimān. Jiva tattva shakti krishna tattva śaktimān. Gīta Vishnu Purāṇādi tahate pramāṇo. Gīta Vishnu Purāṇādi tahate pramāṇo. The Lord is like a great blazing fire, and the living entities are like small sparks of that fire. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Although sparks and a big fire are both fire, and both have the power to burn, the burning power of the fire and that of the spark are not the same. Why should one artificially try to become like a big fire, although by constitution he is like a small spark? It is due to ignorance. One should therefore understand that neither the Supreme Personality of Godhead nor the small spark-like living entities have anything to do with the matter. But when the spiritual spark comes in contact with the material world, his fiery quality is extinguished. That is the position of the conditioned souls. Because they are in touch with the material world, their spiritual quality is almost dead. But because the spiritual sparks are all Krishna's parts and parcels, as the Lord states in Bhagavad Gita, Mumibansaha, they can revive their original position by getting free from material contact. This is pure philosophical understanding. In Bhagavad Gita, the spiritual sparks are declared to be sanatana, eternal. Therefore, the marginal energy, maya, material energy, maya, cannot affect their constitutional position. Someone may argue, why is there a need to create the spiritual sparks? The answer can be given in this way. Since the absolute personality of Godhead is omnipotent, he has both unlimited and limited potencies. This is the meaning of the omnipotent. To be omnipotent, he must have not only unlimited potency, but limited potency also. Thus, to exhibit his omnipotency, he displays both. The living entities are endowed with limited potency, although they are part of the Lord. The Lord displays the spiritual world by his unlimited potencies, whereas by his limited potencies, material world is displayed. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says, "Apariyam itastvanyam prakrutim vidhime parang jiva bhūtang mahabāho jaidum dhāryati jagat." Besides the inferior nature, O mighty Arjuna Arjuna, there is a superior energy of mind, which is all living entities who are struggling with material nature and are sustaining universe. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 7th chapter. Jiva bhūta, the living entities, control this material world with their limited potencies. Generally, people are bewildered by the activities of scientists and technologists. Due to Maya, they think that there is no need of God and that they can do everything and anything. But actually they cannot. Since this cosmic manifestation is limited, their existence is also limited. Everything in this material world is limited. And for this reason, there is creation, sustenance and dissolution. However, in the world of unlimited energy, the spiritual world, there is neither creation nor destruction. If the personality of Godhead didn't possess both limited and unlimited energy, he couldn't be called omnipotent. Mahato Mahyan Anuto Anyam. He is greater than the greatest and smaller than the smallest. He is smaller than the smallest in the form of the living entities, greater than greatest in the form of Krishna. If there are no one to control, there will be no meaning to the conception of the supreme controller, īśvara, just as there is no meaning to a king without his subjects. If all the subjects became king, there would be no distinction between the king and an ordinary citizen. Thus, for the Lord to be supreme controller, there must be a creation to control. The basic principle for the existence of the living entities is called jiva, or spiritual pleasure. The omnipotent Lord displays his pleasure potency as the living entities. The Lord is described in Vedanta Sutra as Anandamayo Asat. He is by nature the reservoir of all pleasure. And because he wants to enjoy pleasure, there must be energies to give him pleasure, to supply him the impetus to pleasure. For pleasure. This is the perfect philosophical understanding of the absolute truth. Jiva-tattva, īśvara-tattva. īśvara-tattva, jiva-tattva ଭିତରେ ପାର୍ଥକ୍ୟ କଥା କହୁଛନ୍ତି. Supreme controller, supreme truth, supreme controller, whereas jiva is tavya. Jiva is controlled. This controller is controlled. Kṛṣṇa is supremely independent, swatantra, whereas jiva, Kṛṣṇa, paratantra. Kṛṣṇa is supremely independent, whereas jiva is dependent on Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, jiva dāsa. Kṛṣṇa is the master, jiva is the servant. Kṛṣṇa phala-dātā, jiva phala-bhoktā. Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa is supplier of result or fruit of the activity, whereas jiva is the enjoyer of that fruit. This is the difference between Kṛṣṇa and jiva. This is difference. This difference is always there. How can a tiny spark be equal with a big, thousand blazing fire? Cannot. It cannot be. This is the tattva, philosophical understanding between Supreme Lord and jiva. One should understand this thing. I'll speak something in Oriya then English about tattva. This is tattva, very subtle tattva, deep tattva, īśvara tattva and Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Supreme Controller, Bhubaneswar, is Kṛṣṇa, and all of us are his obedient servants. Ekale īśvara Kṛṣṇa arso bhṛtya. Only Kṛṣṇa is the īśvara, Supreme Master, Supreme Controller. All of us are his order carriers. Carry out his orders. And we say, Kṛṣṇa chinmaya bhaskara. Kṛṣṇa is the spiritual sun. Whereas this sun here in the material world is his obedient servant who carries out his order. This sun, which is considered to be the life of this material world, is dependent on Kṛṣṇa, is not independent. If this sun will think himself independent, he cannot exist even for a second, for a moment. Similarly, all the demigods, beginning from Brahma, and all the living entities, all are the obedient servants of that Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa. And that Supreme Lord Kṛṣṇa is the only master. In our Gayatri mantra, Om Bhur-Bhuva-Sva Savitur-Varenyam Bhargadevasya Dhīmahi, first mantra. This Kṛṣṇa is Bhargadeva in Gayatri mantra. And he is only to be meditated. Dhīmahi means is to be meditated. Do you understand? He is only to be meditated. And all others, except Kṛṣṇa, all others are empowered by Krishna. They have got some potency from Krishna. Krishna is śaktimān, is the reservoir of all potencies. And Krishna is the cause of this creation, maintenance and annihilation. Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto says this thing. Kantis teja prabhasatta chandragnarkot javidyuta jasthairjer bhūbhūta dhumedruti gandho arthato bhuvan. You understand? Huh? Guru, have you understood? You understand this? You are deaf. Are you deaf? Deaf. Wait, open your ear. You understand? That means the effulgence in the moon. You understand? And the effulgence in the fire. And the effulgence in the sun. And lightning. And in the stars. You understand? And the stationary position of the, mountain. You understand? And the base of this world, or the earth, and whatever order you find in the earth, everything belongs to Krishna. You understand? This is the meaning of that verse, 10th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam. You understand? Because Krishna is everything. Isn't it? Krishna is everything. Then I will speak something. This is all tattva on Krishna, Parameswara tattva. In Kathopanishad it has been said, Jadidam kincha jagat sarvam prana edati nisrudam mahadbhavam vajramadhatam ja etat vidurnutante bhavanti. That means, all this cosmic manifestation, whatever you see, based on what? What is its base? Its base is Supreme Personality of Godhead, nobody else. Isn't it? He is the only base. Some so-called pundits say that Sabitu, that means the sun is the base. They say so, but that's not a fact. Because the sun derives its potency from that omnipotent Supreme Lord. Without him, he has no existence at all. You understand? But Vedanta Sutra completely has completely condemned this philosophy, the so-called Pandit philosophy. Do you understand? Vedanta Sutra says that Brahma, is very powerful, as if the Brahma has carried that thunderbolt, thunderbolt, and controls everything here in this material manifestation, and thereby he establishes himself as asamartha. Do you understand asamartha? That nobody is superior to him and nobody is equal to him. It is known asamartha, asama undha. Do you understand? He establishes this truth. It is stated there, yes, that Lord Vishnu has Shankho, Chakra, Gada, Padma. 4 things. Consists of this, Chakra, this, Gada, club, Padma, lotus. And if one should understand this thing, that Upanishad says, etatya bidur mutaste bhavanti. One who can understand that supreme truth, Lord Hari, or Kṛṣṇa, then he can be immortal. He can be immortal. He will cross over this mortal existence and be immortal. You understand? Because he is the spirit soul. He is eternal. Spirit soul is eternal. Has spirit soul death? Has it death? Body dies. Soul never dies. This constitutional position. How? Unless you understand Lord Hari, at least tattva. You understand? Vedanta Sutra says this thing. So, and in the human form of life, this opportunity has been given to understand this Supreme Lord in tattva, not in other form of life. Then the human being can cross over the mortal state, mortal existence, and can go to that stage where he can become immortal. You understand? In Bhagavad Gita you find, na tad bhāsate sujyo, na susanka, na pāvuko, jadgatva na nivartanti tad dhāma paramam mama. That Bhagavad Gita says that same thing has been stated in Vedanta Sutra, Upanishad also. Because there is no need of sun, fire, electricity, even wind, why? You understand? And there is no influence of time, eternal kala, no influence. You understand? Such is the spiritual kingdom. In Shveta Upanishad this has been stated, Tameva viditvati murtumeti nanyapantha vidyati vayanaya. You understand? Huh? Why don't you understand? I will become Vaishnava. Huh? Tameva viditvati murtumeti nanyapantha vidyati vayanaya. Shveta Upanishad says. Unless one knows that Supreme Truth Hari, he cannot go beyond this supreme position, the spiritual position where there is no death. He cannot go there. He cannot go there. Unless he knows. So, the human being cannot attain immortality unless he knows this thing, this tattva. He cannot taste nectar then, unless he becomes immortal. How can he taste nectar? When he tastes nectar, immediately becomes immortal. Isn't it? In other words, we may say that human being cannot inundate himself in that ocean of love of Kṛṣṇa unless he knows him in tattva. Do you understand? So this is the only way how to achieve immortality. Do you understand? This Shveta Upanishad says there is no other way. Nanyapantha vidyate vayanaya. No other way. This is the only way. Do you understand? Do I have something to speak? Like that. Your Swarup is immortal Atma. Isn't it? Soul is immortal. Mortal. We are in the mortal world. Unless you understand the Supreme Truth, is a tattva, all tattvas, you cannot achieve, be situated in your constitutional position, apart from immortality. Or you can again Krishna pray. Nanyapantha vidyate vayanaya. Upanishad says that. No other way is there. There is only one way. To understand even tattva. Then you can attain Krishna prema, situated in this spiritual plane, but there is no death at all, immortal plane. It's the only way, not the way. You understand this? As Upanishad says, and Mahaprabhu as an Acharya is saying this thing. The so-called Mayavadis, they don't know this thing. They equalize jiva with commit such a great blunder. Hence, thinking themselves are Narayan. How can you be Narayan? A great offenders. You understand? How can they go attain that plane, space of immortality? But they think so, that we have attained. Actually no. You understand? What is Mahaprabhu's teaching? Gopinath! Prabhu!
How is it simply by understanding Krishna in truth? That means that also we understand ourselves as eternal servant, we surrender,
Yes.
we also have to
it
develop...
includes everything.
Includes it.
Everything.
So without having these things like full unalloyed love, full surrender, one cannot understand.
No. It will be only artificial. Unless understanding tattva, it will only be artificial. You understand? Only artificial. And you are likely to be captured by Maya. That night. And stands in tattva and fixed in tattva, Maya cannot touch him.
Does Maya give up? Does she try, and then she gives up? Is that the idea?
Huh?
Does Maya try to capture the soul?
Yes.
But when she realizes that this person is fixed in devotional service, then she stops.
He stops. Cannot. Maya cannot enchant him, cannot live. You understand?
With any subtle way. Any subtle way.
No. One is fixed in tattva. Maya cannot. Allure. Maya will defeat it. Maya je prapadyanti, Maya me tam pavartite. Like Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. He is completely surrendered. He overcomes Maya. Otherwise cannot overcome. Who surrenders? One who knows in tattva. In that platform of love, he surrenders completely. Otherwise your surrender may be partial, not complete. Partial.
So does understanding come first, or does surrender come first? Does the understanding come first, or the surrender come first?
How can you surrender unless you understand in truth? Tattva, Baba. Can't understand. Not easy to be understood. Not easy to understand. You understand? How can you understand Krishna? No. It's only the mercy of that Acharya, Tattva-acharya. Otherwise, not possibility at all. You understand? Most important. So-called Maharaj, they are great learned scholars, great pundits. Still they cannot understand, you see. What to speak about us? Learn man, ordinary person. You understand? Mahaprabhu is so merciful, he gives opportunity to understand this thing. Yes?
We must understand that it's not one cannot surrender himself unless he understands the Supreme Lord in truth.
I say, surrender will not be complete.
Yes, so...
maybe partial or artificial.
So now the very difficult point is how to understand.
Yes.
That's my question.
Very difficult.
It seems to be really something
Yes.
quite impossible. So
Impossible, quite impossible. Seems to be impossible, but not impossible. It's very difficult. Very difficult. You understand? But it will be easy. It will be easy. If someone is fortunate to meet Brahmanda Ramite Kom Bhagyavan, fortunate Bhagyavan, Guru Kṛṣṇa Upadhyaya Bhakti. get such mercy of Guru and Krishna, then will be easy. Otherwise, no. Very difficult. Quite impossible. Almost impossible. You understand?
Another thing Guru Maharaj said, always that one cannot surrender unless you develop love. One should not surrender to that person he loves. So,
one who loves, he actually surrenders, or completely surrenders. And not developed love, his surrender is not complete, or not actual, maybe artificial or partial.
how to get the love?
Who?
How to get it?
One who has got love. The person, one who has got love. You understand?
Can give love.
Yeah. If he can shower his mercy on you, then you can give. You get. Otherwise, not possible. You are a conditioned soul. You are so attracted, only attracted towards Maya, enchanted by Maya. Maya seems to be so much attractive for you. Do you understand? Looking at the Maya, assuming the beautiful form of maiden, putting a nice sari, looking very nice ornaments, tinkling, holding a nice flower garland on her hand, calling Nuri. Nuri is looking at her. And Guru says, don't look at her, look at that. Prabhupada has pointed out, look at Supreme Personality. Isn't not? It's not true. Position, you see, your position is this.
So when you say that one way is God love can give love to someone else.
If you have no wealth, how can you give? If you are penniless, how can you give charity? You should have wealth, then you can give. You have nothing, how can you give? Can you? Penniless, no penny.
So Guru Maharaj, why Srimad Radharani did in Gauranga pastimes, why Srimad Radharani did give the love to Krishna? Why Krishna became disciple of Srimad Radharani in order to get love, Mahabharata. But
yes.
In another side, he said Gauranga he has stolen that wealth.
Yes, he had no wealth, so he stole that wealth to Radharani. You understand?
If he has stolen, why he became disciple then? Why did he become disciple? Krishna.
To teach the conditioned souls how to surrender. So he came as devotee. How to cultivate devotion, to teach this thing. Understand? And another point is that to understand, to test his own beauty. To test his own beauty. You understand? To test his own beauty. You understand? Krishna is all beauty, the source of all pleasure, source of all madhurya. You understand? Is madhurya ka nilaya Krishna. So, Chandrapukoti Kamaniya Vichesa Sobham, his beauty excels the beauty of crores of cupids. So beautiful. To test his own beauty, to enjoy his own beauty. He comes as a devotee. You understand? Only devotee enjoys. You understand? Radharani enjoys. Ekale Radhika aswade sokol. You understand? Only Radharani tastes the more. You understand? Therefore we assumed the mood of Radharani, utterly complex and Radharani. To test his own beauty. So madhurya ashvada. You understand? This is the only purpose.
If someone wants to test the highest taste, he should become devotee. Be enjoyed by Krishna.
Yes. And he's testing, you understand? He's testing it. And so he can make others test. Otherwise how can he help in testing? You understand? So Mahaprabhu came. It's most important. How to surrender. Mahaprabhu came to teach how to surrender. Krishna says, surrender unto me completely. Sarvadhamman paikejya mame kunsanam. But how to do it? That Krishna came as Gauranga Mahaprabhu to teach this thing. You understand? Yes. He theoretically said, but practically demonstrated in Gauranga. You understand? Azarjanya. You understand? Teaches. Saranagati. Sikhao saranagati karo uttama. Sikhao saranagati karo uttama. Please teach me saranagati, how to surrender, and make me uttama. You understand? Really surrenders. That's most important. And really surrenders. And really develop love, he really surrenders. Otherwise, surrender cannot be complete or real. Artificial or partial. You understand? Nobody. Most important. Then he can understand Tattva. If one can surrender to Tattva-acharya, तद्विधि प्रणिपातेन परिप्रश्नेन सेवया उपदेख्यन्ति ते ज्ञानं ज्ञानिनो तत्त्वदर्शिनो तद्विज्ञात्मस गुरुमेवाभिगच्छति समित्पाणि सत्यं ब्रह्मनिष्ठं Upanishad says. After such guru, you must go. You have to go. Isn't it? Evaभिगच्छति. This verb, you see, how it is used. Evaभिगच्छति. You must go. You have to go. It's not optional, it's compulsory. You have to go. You have to approach such guru. He knows tattva, he sees tattva. Tattva jnata, tattva drashta. Then he can, by his mercy, you understand?
So if you understand Guru Maharaj, they are to surrendering means first one has to surrender
to Guru.
Guru.
Yes.
Then by that he notices the truth and
then
surrender.
Guru can teach you how to surrender. Who will teach you how to surrender? One who is really surrendered, he can teach you how to surrender. The Guru can teach you how to surrender. Mercy of Guru, then you can understand the supreme truth. Otherwise, no. You can't understand by dint of your own thought, own mundane scholarship, merit, intelligence, no. Namatma pravacana labdha nametaya na bahunasrutena jama vaisarunte tena labhyasta sesatma virunte tanu swam. Kathopanishad says this thing. Why he says? Because by your own effort, by your own merit, by your own mundane knowledge or intelligence, you can't understand this Paramatma Tattva. No. If he himself teaches you, how can you understand? He assumes the body, that Paramatma appears before you as Guru. Guru is the manifestation of Paramatma. this tattva. You understand? But how can I understand? And Mayavadis, they what do you say? Follow this ascending process. By their own mental speculation they try to understand. So they can't understand. It's descending process, hearing process. Hear from the Acharya. Pranipata Pariprasna Seva. First, surrender unto that Acharya. Serve him, please him. Humbly inquire about this tattva. Then, if that Acharya will shower his mercy, impart this tattva jnana, then you can have it. Otherwise, you cannot have it. You understand? Yes. The only way. No other way.
Gurumaharaj, can you explain some said Brahman Bhakti Bhagavana Jiva. Brahman Bhakti Bhagavana Jiva. One who is a Bhagavan Jiva, we're fortunate. He meets bona fide Guru.
Yes.
And it's not easy thing to meet a Guru in this material world. So, can't surrender. Whether they, after some time, they leave spiritual master or they do something different, don't follow instruction of Guru. So, which kind of fortune do they have?
If they can't surrender, how can they get? How can they get? They can't surrender to Guru, how can they get? Jasya prasada to bhagavat prasada. If they can get mercy, kripa of Guru, then he can understand the Supreme Truth and get his mercy. Otherwise they can't understand. They cannot. No. Krishna says that thing. Krishna himself demonstrated that. Why Krishna comes with his Supreme Guru, isn't it? Original Guru, isn't it? Guru Parampara begins from him. Why he accepted Guru here? But he needs to teach. You understand? To teach. And he has said in 10th canto, see, Guru Susrusaya Dhatha. You understand? He says, Guru Susrusaya Dhatha. I am so pleased with that person who is always engaged in the serving his Guru and giving him pleasure. Guru Susrusaya. No by other means. You understand?
Krishna is pleased only by that.
Yes, yeah. Guru Susrusaya Dhatha. Because you can't serve Krishna without Guru. You can't approach him. How can you serve him? How can you give him pleasure? Can you? Then? Can you approach him? Can you serve him? How can you give him pleasure? Bolo! No. No. Thank you.